Peace, peoples. Peace. It's been a minute. It's been a minute last time we talked. I think that was Saturday when that balloon was floating around. The China spy balloon. Biden decided 3 days later to shoot it down. 3 days later to shoot it down.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Know what I'm saying? Took him 3 days. Took him 3 days to shoot the motherfucking China spy balloon down. Like they saying. Like the critics are saying. That was a test. That was a test coming from China. To see how long we can get away with it for. And it took 3 days, man. That should have been shot down. No sooner that entered the airspace of the United States of America. Should have been shot down. No way in hell that should have floated around for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I decided to shoot it down. I decided to shoot it down. You should have been made that call. You saying because of debris, it falling down and rust and risking that it's gonna hit civilians or other buildings in the United States. Y'all could have tarped it. Like I said, you could have tarped it. The same way they shot it down, they could have put a tarp under it and caught it in the air, wrapped it up, scooped it, kept moving. Come on, man. Y'all know the technology we got now, but that's basic shit. You know what I mean? That's like a man jumping off a roof or somebody about to commit suicide. They put shit out there that if they do jump, they're going to fall into like damn near a tarp. You know what I'm saying? But just in the air, before they even shot it, like I said, they could have put a tarp under it, caught it in the air, wrapped it, and took it to where they was going, investigate it at. See what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
And that's all had to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Tarp under it, bust it like a balloon. If you put a balloon in the air, right, in your house, blow up a balloon, right, with helium in it, and put your covers under it and pop it and see where it land at. It's going to land in the covers. You just wrap it. Common sense shit. They said it was the size of 2 buses. We got shit that can wrap that. Y'all got shit that put down on stadiums on the floor. You know what I mean? On the grounds in stadiums. So I know y'all got a tarp big enough to hold catch 2 buses of a balloon. It ain't like y'all catching fucking rocket pieces and shit like that. Y'all catching a balloon. You know what I'm saying?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
And that's all had to happen, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that. But we're going to see what happens behind this foolishness that's going on around the world, especially in the United States when other countries can come in and do what they want. So we're going to see, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to get into some current events. It's Current Event Monday. Boys and girls, pull your homework out. And don't tell me the dogs ate it. Do not tell me the dogs ate your homework.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Know what I'm saying? Don't tell me the dog ate your homework. I ain't trying to hear that. But let's see what we discussed. The Biden being in the bed with the China. You know, we discussed that. We was listening to how sisters talk to each other on social media, on YouTube. That's a bunch of yelling and shit. You know what I mean? Then I introduced y'all to the sister, the Queen sister, Yorkie, on YouTube. I hope y'all went over there and subbed to her channel. And the other sister, Lady Wick TV. And the other sister, Miss Red Phoenix. I hope y'all went over there and subbed to their channel, man. They be putting up some real content, you know what I mean? Especially Lady Miss Yorkie. She be out, if y'all watch some of her videos, she be out in the motherfucking wilderness. She's a warrior, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of queen that I would want to have. You understand what I'm saying? Not none of them ratchet females out here, rah, 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 and just always nagging, you know what I'm saying? Like she on hands with the shit. Y'all see how she handle the weapons. And then she be out in the wilderness, like I said, and she be hunting them boars and shit. You heard? She be hunting boars, ladies and gentlemen. Like, she gut these motherfuckers and everything. Like, she a warrior. She's a queen warrior, man. I can say that. She's a queen warrior, man. Straight up, ladies and gentlemen. Straight warrior.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Straight warrior. She's a warrior, man. And the other sister, Miss Red Phoenix, she be traveling too around, you know, the country. But their thing is them, you know, them weapons, showing you how to handle them, and their collection is just superb. You heard? Their collection is superb. But Lady Wick, she quick with that motherfucking joint. Y'all see how Lady Wick roll? That's the Lady Wick.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I most definitely dig it. You know what I'm saying? When it come to them females, like and I showed them on a channel to show you that all of our sisters not like that. That's why when I say not all, but majority, y'all know what I'm talking about. The ratchet hood mentality females. You know what I'm saying? These queens here is on a whole nother level than ratchetness. You understand what I'm saying? They on something totally different. I ain't got time for that foolishness and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect them queens, man. Straight up. And that's why I showed their video on my channel. Not only did I show it on my channel, but for y'all to get over there and support them sisters, man. Straight up. Get over there and support them sisters, man. They most definitely doing their thing on YouTube. You know? And that's a fact. That's a 100% fact, y'all. Shout out to all three of them sisters, man. Salute.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
You know what I'm saying? Most definitely dig it, sis. Keep doing your thing. And then what else we have on here? Mr. Charlie, when I was telling y'all about Mr. Charlie, that's some real spill, real talk, what I was saying with Mr. Charlie. I probably said, what this nigga was talking about Mr. Charlie? Who the hell is Mr. Charlie? Mr. Charlie is the slave master in the past. And we all know that. You know what I'm saying? That was Mr. Charlie. Hello there, Mr. Wilson. Good old there, Mr. Wilson. Well, it was vice versa. It was good old there, Mr. Charlie. Hello there, Mr. Charlie. See? Mr. Charlie, slave owner, other white men, you know what I mean? Towards slaves. And that was a slang in 2005. Dictionary of Slang, 2005, argues that in the 1920s, Mr. Charlie meant any white man. In the 1920s, Mr. Charlie meant any white man. Remember on Malcolm X, the movie, when Denzel Washington played Malcolm X, and he was on a train, and they was working and shit, and the fight was on. I think it was Joe Louis. They was like, Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a slang that they was using back in the 1920s, Mr. Charlie. And then evolved in 1970s to Mr. Charlie mean the man with power. That means the man with power is Mr. Charlie. Who got the power? Who you go in and punch that clock for every day. You know what I'm saying? Who plantation you on when you go in there? Who plantation is it? The owner's last name, such and such plantation. You working for Amazon, right? So let's just say we find out who Amazon, the owner is. That's his plantation. You know what I mean? He got the slaves inside the corporations, inside the businesses, inside the buildings, the companies. You're working for Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is the owner of that plant. You know what I mean? That plantation. Like in slavery. That's why I said the past ain't nothing but the future. Modern day. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go on Amazon and look, take your mind frame off, they packing up boxes on the belt, rolling them in lines. The cotton field. You know what I mean? You go in there and you look at it and you sit back and you just analyze it, right? You sit back and you analyze it and you like, this reminds me of the cotton field. You know what I'm saying? But it's modern day.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I damn sure dig it. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Until you realize, until you can take the shackles off your mind and realize that you've been bamboozled, you've been hoodwinked, you've been led astray, and everything that comes with that. You understand what I'm saying? We slaves. That's why I said we are slaves. You know what I'm saying? Ain't saying it being mean, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you got Negroes inside the community on the plantation doing what Negroes was doing in the slaves. They was running around straight fucking heathens. You know what I'm saying? Doing heathen shit. Robbing, killing, raping, doing heathen shit. You know? Ain't nothing changed. That's why they say, oh man, don't talk about the past. That was in the past. It's still here. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed but the characters that's playing it now. The players. That's all. That's all who changed the players in the motherfucking game. You know what I mean? Until you realize and you recognize game when you see it, you'll understand what's going on. But until you, like I said, don't realize that you're a slave and you keep saying, no, I ain't no slave, this, that, the third. You're going to always be a slave because you in denial at that point. I don't care if you got your own business, where you get your products from, who you buy your products from. You don't make the products that you sell. And then if you do make the products you sell, who you getting the tools with to make the product? You see what I'm saying? So Gab missed me with that one. We're slaves. It's Mr. Charlie's world. Nothing changed. I just come up here and keep it real with y'all. fight the power and all that shit back in the day, man. I see what the brothers was talking about, but that war we lost. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no motherfucking airplanes, and how could we have shot that spy balloon out the air with no equipment? Don't make sense. We couldn't have did it. Without the help of who? Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah, I dig it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I ain't gonna be walking around this motherfucking in denial and shit like, man, get that, man. We don't got no tanks. We ain't got no motherfucking airships. We don't got none of that type of shit. So now you ain't gonna have me no crash dummy out this joint. I ain't gonna be no crash dummy. See, you learn from the past. So you don't make the mistakes they made in the past with some of you house boot licking Negroes. So you just move different. You understand what I'm saying?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I most definitely dig it. Because you got to move different. You learn from your past so you don't make the same mistakes that our former ancestors made. You know? But anyway, back to current event Monday. And we talked about them Brazilian girls. Oh my, Rob, brothers. The same way the sisters talking about, come on, girl. Come on, girl. We going on a girls trip. And they go where? Las Vegas, Jamaica, whoever. Men, period. We get tired. You get tired of the nagging, the ratchetness. Why not we plan a trip to Brazil, fellas? You know what I'm saying? Fellas night out. Like I said, fellas, we need to plan a trip to Brazil. You know what I'm saying? See some of the mommies over there, they say they like American men. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these foreigners, I noticed that they respect the American man. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. They respect the American man. Like the women inside America, I ain't bashing them. You know what I mean? But the American women, they done got too comfortable. They done fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? And they right now they snoring with the covers to their chin. It's not quite over their head yet. It's to their chin.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I most definitely dig it. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these women around here, they think, you know, they kind of not like I said, I always say not all, because it's not all the women in America, but most of them hate their stuff, y'all. They run around here, you know, with lace front, blonde wigs and shit on, fake eyelashes and shit, fingernails, they go get them butt jobs and shit, breast enhancements, and that's a sign of hate. Why not embrace what the Most High made you look like and work on that? But you know, when you try to explain it and holler at the sisters in America, they always talk about, oh, you just hating, nigga, F you. And then it ends up turning into an argument, and then argument leads to one thing. And like I said, 85% of a black man get killed in America is behind a female. So why even put yourself in that predicament when you can avoid it because you know where it's going to go at? You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, back to the Brazilian queens, right? They love American men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these, like other countries, like, you know what I mean? Them females, they really honor and respect an African American man or any man from America. You know what I'm saying? But we just got a sickness in America. You know what I'm saying? We got a real heavy dose of sickness amongst our people.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I can dig it because it's called self-hate. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? It's called self-hate. We hate each other. We hate a person that look like us. You know what I'm saying? In America, not all over, because as we already know, the queens, the females in Brazil, they love American men. They don't treat them like shit. You know what I'm saying? Walk all over them and shit like that. They honor their men. You know what I'm saying? They put their men first and shit. You know what I'm saying? They treat them like kings and shit. Whereas though when we here, we getting treated like jokers from the American woman. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't up here complaining and shit, but you see it all day long. You know what I mean? That goes back to black on black crime in the African American community. So until we work on self, it's going to always be hate in the African American community. You understand what I'm saying?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I can dig it because y'all say it every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up, when you turn on your TV, when you log into your social media accounts, you hear about something that went on in the African American community that night. If it's not going on now, that is always negative. So yeah, I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? So back to the Brazilian fellas, we need to have a bus trip. Get y'all passports and shit lined up, updated. You know what I mean? If it takes for you to bring a queen back to these states that you know that's not in cahoots with no other female around here, you got a better shot, because ain't nobody gonna be in your business, because females don't know her, she don't know females, and you ain't introducing her to none of these American females because you don't want her or that disease to rub off on her or that sickness, you know what I mean, and then start hating black men. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I'm telling you fellas right now, if you looking for a wife that's not from America, you're gonna have to travel, brother. And I threw the Brazil out there to take a trip one day. You know what I mean? Like the females like going to Las Vegas with their girlfriends and going to Jamaica, girls' night out. Well, fellas, guess what? You got to start having fellas' night out. Going to Brazil, you know what I'm saying? For like 2-3 weeks, you know what I mean? Not no 2-3 days, 3 days and 2 nights. Nah, you just getting dug in. 2-3 days, you just finding out where the closest store at, who got blunts and shit, you know what I mean? So nah, you gonna need to be there for at least 3-4 weeks, a month. Dug in for a month, treating yourself, not cheating yourself.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I can dig it because a lot of females and a lot of y'all wives be going on them trips. Y'all know what I'm talking about with their girlfriends, their co-workers and such and such. That's what they tell you anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what they tell you anyway. Shit. They be meeting up with one of their co-workers, which is a male, and with a couple of their other friends, and they all going out. See, they all work. They know this is nothing new to them when they see them, because they know they talk. They all co-workers and shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I most definitely dig it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that goes. Y'all know how it goes in the African American community when we cheat on each other. You know what I'm saying? We cheat on each other. But yeah, fellas, if you want to bring something back to the States, I think it's Brazil. You heard? And this not the first time I'm hearing this, though. You know what I mean? This ain't the first time I heard that. I heard brothers talking about this 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't on what they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Until I do my investigation. When my mind is made, want to look into something, then I'll look into it. I'm not just going to rely off what you just tell me. I'm going to investigate it first, do my research on it, check it out, and then I'm going to, you know what I mean, speak on it. And I think, brothers, that's where it's at. She beautiful as hell. 34 years old. So just imagine what a nice 40, 45-year-old woman look like from Brazil. All natural. Not none of that old American Chinese from the corner weave, eyelashes, and all that fake shit. These broads is original. You heard? They don't hate how they look. You know what I'm saying? They embrace how they look. You know what I'm saying? Which some of our females in the States, and like I said, I don't always say all my sisters, but y'all know the ones I'm talking about in the States. That's ratchet. Blonde weave all the way down to their motherfucking back calf. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now let's get into the Brazilian mommies. Look at that, Chuck.
Okay, we got a live wire here, guys. De onde você? Salvador, Bahia.
Oh man, and not only that, fellas, you know the way she talk and sound when you beating that thing up at night and she talking Brazilian to you.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I most definitely dig it. Speaking to me in Brazilian at hitting that thing like I got switches, 16 switches. You heard? 4 dumps in the trunk, 12 batteries, and I'm hitting that thing like I got switches all night, ladies and gentlemen. Straight up. Gracias, gracias.
Come on down here. Comida favorita.
Yeah, that joint that was in the background, y'all. That walked by.
Down here. Comida favorita. Hey man, they liking American guys out here, man. Y'all need to go and come on down here. Comida favorita. Comida favorita. Muqueca.
Yeah, that's what I was playing. She just had the motherfucking phone on walking down. She had the see-through motherfucking joint with the dog on. I'm like, God damn. By here?
It's the second most populated with Africans, is what she's saying, guys. They got a lot of black Brazilians in Salvador Bahia.
Salvador Bahia. That's where we gotta go. Salvador Bahia. You know what I'm saying? That's where we going, fellas. Salvador Bahia.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I most definitely dig it. Salvador Bahia. You know what I'm saying? That's where he at, y'all. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Video about to end, y'all. So, little current event about the Brazilian mommies.
We got a speechless, guys. You know, she live with them Americans. Por quê?
Okay.
Lembra muito carioca.
Grande.
Gracias.
Hey, man, they liking American guys out here, man. Y'all need to go and come on down here.
See that?
Comida favorita.
See that?
Comida favorita. Muqueca.
Muqueca de frutos do mar é uma comida típica da Bahia.
Okay. Muito preto pessoas, Salvador Bahia?
Salvador Bahia.
Tem mais negros.
Oh, it's the second most populated with Africans, is what she's saying, guys. They got a lot of black Brazilians in Salvador Bahia.
Salvador Bahia.
Rio de Janeiro perde. Salvador tem mais negros.
Salvador Bahia.
Sim. Mais negro, Salvador Bahia.
Salvador Bahia.
Hey, guys.
Salvador Bahia.
34, guys. She's actually 34.
34, yo.
No parece, no parece.
Salvador Bahia. I always remember that. I always remember Salvador Bahia. I don't know nothing else but Salvador Bahia, fellas. That's what it is. So, fellas, we get together, we do a trip to the Brazilian Salvador Bahia, and when we bring them back. You know what I mean? We flood the states with them. You know what I'm saying? Some of these women around here need a wake-up call and start embracing how they look. Love yourself. Get rid of that big bag of hate you have for yourself. But with that being said, until the next time, brothers and sisters, I love you all. I love you all.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I can dig it because I love you all. And I ain't up here to bash nobody or to make nobody feel below their accomplishments or anything. I'm just keeping it real, keeping it 100, you know? But fellas, let's get together. Let's hit Brazil. Salvador Bahia. Salvador Bahia, fellas. Peace.